I'm under attack, both verbally and physically. Someone's harassing me right now. They're saying I'm guilty of a crime, so it excuses their violent behavior towards me over the past 13 years. You were here before, anything bad happened. Drug related. Yes, to make this video. They have technology inside of my brain that is stimulating a computer somewhere here on Earth. Multiple people are assimilated me or interfacing with this computer. Form of telepathy. They call it a phone service, but now it's being modified. Yes, they modify mine and theirs. They're trying to get away with torture and murder and practicing Scientology on somebody. They're delusional and psychotic. They abuse substances, and their digital devices stimulate their neurology in an abnormal way. They are addicted. They get extremely addicted to things. In their case, it's body mods, biological theft, weapons of mass destruction, home invasion. They get addicted to people like the paparazzi. They are like the paparazzi towards me. I've been a political and environmental activist most of my life. I spent a lot of time on social media. That's where they found me. It started 12 to 13 years ago. Someone put gear in my head, the civilian side. People started communicating with me in an abnormal way, hearing voices. More people came and more people came. The government showed up. Trying to get it. That's ongoing. What happened before that? They are addicted to my psychology. Some of them are. I have a unique paradigm. I hold life above all else, the quality of life and the amount of life on earth and the experience these life forms have. That's the most important thing to me. And it comes out in my literature, in my words. I'm part Native American. I have Native American ancestry. I'm also part Caucasian. Rich people practicing Scientology kidnapped me over a decade ago. They assimilated me into a hive mind. They installed multiple phone services. The worst one is a Dr. Kevorkian. From my observations and from their behavior and their words, we do have biology, extra biology that we can't see. It lies in the outer dimension. The nether is what they call it. There's more dimensions than we can see. That's the best way we can describe it. Well, they're coming back. Here they come. They're going to get you for pissing them off. They pissed themselves off. You know when you hurt someone or you commit a crime against them and that person gets mad? Oh, and it makes you mad? That's what happened. That's why this whole thing got started. They won't leave me alone. Kidnapping me, torturing me, taking, hurting me, assault. It's a way for them to hurt me. That's what they want to do. They want to hurt me. They don't want me to feel good. They don't want me to feel pleasure. They want me to feel pain and suffering. They don't want me to function properly. Yes, I got gear up to my wazoo, and they're doing some kind of molecular transfer, molecular layover to cover up my injuries. Some of them. They use worms and all kinds of things to do repairs on my biology. I have several types of parasites. Became angels and demons. One person gave me this type of worms, which is utilized for a weapon. So someone else decided to give me another type of worms, worms without teeth, or worms with special abilities as a life saving technique. I don't know what they're going to do in this chock full of worms. This is bullshit. I have to sit here and listen to them, try to get off on this, and it paints me as a bad person. They've come up with all kind of bad things that I've done. It's a lie. Never hurt anybody. Apparently, they're used to CGI and they're manufacturing evidence utilizing this phone service. My thoughts and the things that I've seen and done, invasion of privacy. The menial drug use, and I can see why. They're fucking torturing him to death. You should see what they did to him. They had attempted murder on my life. They destroyed property. You can't drive around with gear in your head, Chris. Seeing things and hearing shit, and they're all hostile as fuck. Weird things happen. People and animals that would otherwise act normal, they started acting weird towards me. Someone drove surrogates on me, the people and the animals. Strange as it sounds, Scientology affords you that ability. The technology that they utilize allows you to drive another organism. That's what Scientology is. You remove this extra dimensional biology from yourself and you turn it into an extra dimensional vehicle. It is a biology that you can inhabit. It allows you access to the upper dimension. It's like going to heaven before your time when your eyes are closed or when you're sleeping. I've experienced it before. They did this to me. They practiced Scientology on me. Then they killed me up there. They tortured me to death in heaven after practicing Scientology on me. Guess it's a good thing I'm still alive. I don't have extra dimensional biology. You got some. Let's go on back a little bit. This shit can go back if we get the particles. Y'all keep cleaving his food. Destruction of private property, contamination, destruction of food and water sources. Someone's addicted to you. Yep. Several people are. They're making money off of you. This has turned into a money making scheme. They tried removing some of your gear last night so we couldn't listen in, but here we are. Oh, Helena let us in. First, they was modifying the evidence. She's coming to get you. This ain't looking good. She's fixing to smoke a cigarette and I'm gonna light them up. I'm stressed. Started off right off the bat this morning. They're all surrogates. You'd be surprised how many surrogates we have down here, especially in the government. Yes, the government uses their surrogates, Chris, and they use Scientology to do it. We actually use bugs and worms, but they do too. So does Scientology. So does the civilian side. Scientology has grown over the years. People are practicing this religion. It's not a people are doing this that aren't affiliated with the Church of Scientology because of the technology and the techniques. I had to make these videos to change their behavior. Sitting here planning my death and then telling me they get away with it. They're petty, evil. They made me their enemy. They're going to hurt me any way they can. Say they're hurting my animals today. They're hurting my dog. Then they showed me my intellectual property. The guy that's doing most of this, being hostile and negative and petty and assaulting me. They're utilizing my intellectual property. You said it was public. Yeah, but then you're a religious zealot. You're gonna kill me. They're fried. Combat professionals doing this to you. Seen an angry person in the hive and got rid of them. Y'all were hostile first. I was doing nothing wrong. Y'all harassed me over and over and over and over again and threatened my life. Yeah, I eventually started yelling. That's a natural thing to do whenever you're in danger. All this hostility in the hive, they're fucking evil. I guess when the government came and started doing this, civilians started doing this right off the bat. It's the hive, Chris. They're fucking mean as fuck. They're stupid because you're different than them. You do a goddamn thing, when you put them in the hive. Came here, he had gear, went to the government, got permission to do body mod on him, and here we are, 13 years later. He's fucking suffering today, going to hell. So is him and his babies and his daddy, and whoever knows who else you got to get away from me. Don't drive my worms. I have genetically engineered parasites within my biology. Worms that have big teeth, that have horns, that have eyes. A worms, kingfishers, bagworms, trailing worms, and amoebas, and jellies. They call them jellies. I don't know what type of worm they are. They don't have teeth. They use them to help repair the damage. I was like, I start talking about stuff. Tell them I'll come get you too. They're planning his afterlife. Apparently, we are still connected to this biology, this extra biology, even after it's been cleaved. We have to experience everything it goes through. Good thing. And when you die, you still inhabit it. It's like we never leave it. These sensors are wireless. We ain't. That's what it is. I'm glad too. Scientology is fucked. got kidnapped. Yep. A little better today. They've been laying off of me. They started pulling stuff out of me. They got torture devices, worms in all dimensions, all inside of me. They like sticking stuff in me. They're addicts. They have become addicted to this behavior. That's why they're trying to get off of it. Torture. This stems from body snatching. That's my belief too. And body mods, using gear on people. They're stupid. Their brains are fried. They don't function properly anymore. No one analyzes their own psychology anymore. Rarely seen it in my life. I guess that's why I do it, and it's so valuable. I spend a lot of time thinking about how I think and what I think about. It changes things. It definitely increases intelligence. If that's your desire. About the experience. But they like the ECA, but they don't like you. They have this thought pattern where they want your biology. They want you, but they don't want you in it. It stems from surrogate making. They take biology from people to create a surrogate in all dimensions, and they don't want you in it. That's murder. So they take brain pieces out, and stick their own in. I've never met a third dimensional surrogate. Get away from me. Get away from me. The hive mind is like a family. You have to share every single waking moment, every thought with a group of people here on Earth somewhere. And it all runs through a computer. They're addicted. Oh, I'm just very addicted to your thought process. Well, they get off on it too, watching you create your intellectual property. Oh, oh, they're addicted. Hostile, violent people. Says he's going to hit me for smoking a cigarette. He hit me anyway. I guess I'm going to create another video explaining my intellectual property. I might even get into Crazy Bird comics a little bit. I don't like to because they're going to steal that too, or they already have. They're trying to add to it. I don't. I don't want. I'm trying to portray a specific message to the people. Well, they saying, "Oh, they got that too." This is a harvest. They're harvesting my thoughts and ideals in my lungs. That's what he just said. That's what you just said. You got a bunch of people there going at it. Get away from me. It's a death threat. God damn it. Fuck these people. God damn Scientology. They fucked us all, Chris. Everybody's dying. Everybody's going to hell. You going, eh? You're so fucking delusional. Psychotic and delusional. I don't know if it's the drugs or the gear or being out there that long or what it is. You're getting a God complex where he owns us all. Some of it's just from out California, out west, Buffalo, New York. They since I'm smoking a cigarette, they can assault me. That is illegal. I'm sitting on my own property. So we were talking so well. Get away from me, genius. Get away from me. Get your hands off of my biology. They sit here constantly and mess with my body. That's Scientology. Body mods. Now they've had worms in me. They've had worms in me my whole life, I guess. Gave you worms shortly after you got in the hive. Yep. We need access to your brain in the third dimension. You got gear up to his wall. We're going to get them. Fuck this shit. Turn into a crazy bird. It's our gear, Chris. Some crazy things will make us illegal. They're really up there, too. They were just assaulting for smoking. They're assaulting my dog, too. That's what he said. Stop stressing them out. Get away from me. Get away from me. Get away from me and my family. 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 I don't care. Get away from me and my family. Get away from me and my family. Get away from me and my family. Well, it works. He functions. Here comes the alien. They're going to be with you for the rest of your life. They've been with me the past 13 years or longer. They're addicted to this little son of a bitch of psychology. I can't believe who talks like that. You explain the ECA to the public and we take it. And take it. ECA is public. It's a government agency designed to approve the spending of divine currency. I'll find that in another video. Don't drop my worms. No, you don't. Get away from me. 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 These are little dark side creatures. This FBI agent. He's going, oh, how's on video? People can't get this side of the story. They worked so hard to come up with a story to get you killed, Chris. And off their fucking plate. They won't leave you alone. They're addicted to you. Some of them are. He's making buku money off of you, Tish. Get away from me. This is only do a little bit of time. Get away from me. You're familiar, Chris. Some of them are hostile. They're planning my death. He is so fucking stupid, Chris. He thinks he can come down here and assault you verbally and physically over and over and over again and make it work. Make this come out good somehow. That's what Helena says. Body snatching. This is about body. This is about surrogate. They want Chris, but they don't want him in it. Oh, goddamn, if that's not the truth. You're highly sought after prize for the big ones. Extremely smart, honestly. But you're not accepting God because I see what you're doing. Get this hornworm out of there. You have an A worm this big around. By your lungs and heart. Aliens. That's what they do. Kill switch engaged, baby. See what I have to put up with constantly. Glad they got you functioning well. You rested and grew back a little bit. See what you look like underneath. You're sick. We keep his nerves all straight. I don't think you can survive like that, Chris. Or fuck. Can't have the truth. It's a lie. Now they're victim shaming me. They said I was doing bad before they put me on the phone. Mm. We're gonna publish the ECA. They're addicted to you. They are addicted to you. Did Obama just say that? He appears to be Obama. Some of these big ones, they utilize everyone's likeness. I think they're trying to create evidence using my phone service. That's a surrogate, or maybe it isn't. But Obama's a big one too. Scientologists, I have to do protect the poor boys. Looks like you're creating a bunch of psychopaths, violent people. They're not only violent towards me, they're violent to everything else. Everything that moves. Death dealers. They're humans. Military, policemen, CIA, and the FBI. They kill people. They doing it for fun. The civilian side's getting none of this too. We're his angels, so we're gonna stop that from happening. But you need a lumbar. You need to be cut open. That's where there's a big one just right there. The aliens are laughing. Now what are you gonna do? I don't know if these videos are helping, but they're definitely telling us off. Don't drive my worms. Not anymore. It's big. You can't kill somebody on the phone. They're gonna try to come down here and take something out to hurt your neurology. They're gonna try to hurt your intellect so people can't see what this is really about. They're getting rich off your phone service. See Johnny Depp and everybody. They're making poo-poos of money. They're all on his phone service, yeah. But they sell us the evidence. And they sell us part of the evidence to the feds, but it's CGI. Talking like that again, you're dead. Now they can just come kill you. Not after all this. We're going to hell. Don't drive my worms. Get away from me. Stop driving my worms. Oh, you rich people. The government's got your ECU. So Mark Zuckerberg. I created a movie. Someone just said, not without our stamp of approval because it's God's house. ECA was never meant to be God's house. Well, it is now. Well, they're going to hell. They think they can control the ECA just like they do everything else. Scientology has invaded every aspect of our reality. Internet companies, tech companies, big business, the government, every government agency, the military, they're all utilizing tech and body mods. These people are addicts. They are addicted to Scientology. Yes, they keep their flow state, they keep their neurochemistry elevated. They keep it that way, both by substances and technology. It causes psychological issues, psychosis, delusions, addictive behavior. It exacerbates psychological issues like jealousy, greed, pettiness, machoism, violence, irritability. Y'all, they get offended by everything, especially now that they're doing something wrong to somebody. They're bugs. No, they create bugs. They're humans here on Earth, having organisms around in heaven and on Earth. Most of that's the feds. All it's these people too. Motherfucker just told everybody in the world he's God. He's gonna do it. He's gonna come get the ECA passed. The feds laughing at him. No, they can't attack an American citizen in American soil. Not anymore. Not Chris. Because you started before anything bad happened. Sir, they're destroying Earth and heaven. Scientology is. They did not have the psychology to interact with our environment in this manner. Away from me. Now they're gonna try to do something. They're gonna try to hurt me in a way where they have to be here to help me. They do that every so often. I tell them to get away from me, so they hurt me. Now then they come up with an excuse they gotta stay here to fix me. Whatever reason, Chris, they're not leaving. I'm getting fed up with it. That's his property. I don't give a shit. They're on due process of the law. Due process of the law. You can't interact with him in the third dimension. You have to go down there to his house and get him. So, that's all he not gets out of this life. He doesn't get to interact with society like we do. He doesn't get to go talk to your neighbors or to the government. It's all phone service for him. All he gets to make surrogates. You got a surrogate in every branch of government. No, but he's on there. Yes, he drives them too. He doesn't want to admit to his surrogate. Get away from me. He didn't see. Another victim shaming again. Gaslighting, harassment. The harassment on this phone service is big. You're the victim of most of it. They got to eat you. These worms never should have came to be. They should have never put the first worm in your head. They think he's hostile. Oh, y'all are hostile. I'm defensive. People yell when they die. When they're getting murdered, it's not just murder, it's torture, body snatching, body mod. That's an illegal body mod. Enoch's down here on another surrogate. He thinks he's going to make a difference. They got you. Ha ha ha. They got you. Get away from me. These worms are going to come up and eat his lungs. Get away from me. Y'all might see me yell today. The only thing that gets them away from me. They say it's killed some of them. He stands up and yells, and I'll be goddamn if everybody don't run off this fucking problem. Because you're attempting to end my life and my family's life. They're stupid. We can't let double digit IQ people like this control the population. They're going to do body snatching to everybody. Because we are still connected to our biology once it's removed from us. But it causes us dysfunction. We function so much better with a full set of working biology. No, you're not. The sensors are. Oh no, Helena, I've been to hell on one of these. It's the sensors, Chris. They put sensors all over our nerves and in our brain, and then cleave us. That allows us to access the other dimensions. Body snatch. They're big and we're little. Shitty thing is, they got biology down here on Earth too. Oh, every shit can hurt you. I'll go back. I think I'm going back. I think they're doing something. prolong my life. Which you already did. They're gonna kill these bugs. It's preservation, Chris. Now we got down here, they don't come. Google and the tech companies, NPR, marketing companies, Facebook, and the feds are letting them do it. Scientology invaded the government. We're using their tech, so this tech comes from the civilian side. Rich people practicing Scientology over here. Well, the government found it, and now here we are. We got big ass computers all over the earth housing our consciousness. This bitch is trying to come merge with you. We want that intellect. Get away from me. I thought I was going to show that. They're doing it again. Just don't smoke. And get away from me. Michaels is going to kill you. I want to kill you on national television. Let the feds find this. Get away from me. Get away from me. Victim shaming me. Get away from me. No, I didn't. Get away from me. This stupid son of a bitch has tortured me to death while a lot of other people got hurt in heaven and on earth, I guess. I don't know the extent of it, but I know they're high. People that came to my house and died in the upper dimensions, where they're all Scientologists, Chris, or little life forms that they've created. Nobody real. Oh, somebody went to hell. All their biologies are falling. What we're doing with our surrogates, it's staged. They stage these things all the time. That's what Michaels is doing right now. He sees the future. He knows you're going to come down here and get killed. Don't drive my worms. We're smoking. I'm an American citizen. I have a right to smoke. They put on little skits with their tech because you can see them, hear their voices. They run energy through their brains, come up with a little sideshow where they're dancing around and doing things. Michaels is the worst. His are always violent, terroristic. Big ones get up here and turn themselves into blue bloods. Now they're the alien race. Humans down here on Earth eating each other. You were a harvest from the get-go. So many other people you fought back and you did it with words. So they're getting off. Something you said last night, hive mind changes to me. You don't care. They're doing it willingly. Preservation has taken a lot of different people on Earth. They're trying to get away with it. Right, harvest. They want you, but don't want you. That's illegal. Because you're protected in all dimensions. Get these worms off of you. They're going to try to put you in the hospital slowly where they find worms. If they find A worms, it's on. You go straight to the military. They break into my house and poison my food and water supply. They think the human population should be reduced, but I beg to differ. It's our breeding stock for future generations. Humans are worth money under the ECA. Every human gets a shelter, a smart house, stormproof, the best shelter we can provide. That's the only way the ECA will approve it. It has to be long lasting. It has to be conducive to good genetic expression. It comes with maybe like a smart TV or a computer screen bolted into the wall with biometrics for communication. Everybody needs education. You can even get people higher education. It's approved under the ECA. People are worth money. People got to eat. People are worth money. They're also worth a good environment. Some of these hostile people, they drain the system. You'd be surprised how much money it costs to keep Helena's house up. They're doing death and destruction out here. We got to pay for all that. Yeah, somebody's making money off of it and off your intellectual property too. They're gonna kill you for saying Obama's name. It's what I'm experiencing. They don't get it, Chris. You just can't do this shit really nilly. It's in your house. Get them out of there. Get away from me. I'm scared. And get away from me. Like torturing your biology. They're taking our biology. Clean this out. Who's the stupid fuck up there thinking he rules the planet? They're growing bugs out of the human race. Now they're discussing how they're trying to get me to hell. These people are coming up with an excuse to torture my biology, saying it gets me out of hell. Well, if it kills nerve functions, you can't go with your biology. As long as they got it stimulated, there's something back to life. You're not going to kill them. He's saying words from silent. I have a right to ingest nicotine products on my own property, not because you're hive. Then get me out of the hive. And alienate your biology. No, we fucking didn't. Sitting right here. This is so goddamn disgusting what they're doing to the human race. They can do body mods in outer space, the upper dimension. They can control genetics, make things grow. They can turn your extra dimensional biology into bugs and aliens, lizards, genetic modification, body snatching. They take body parts from multiple species, they sew them together. Some lizard people, not really lizard people, when they get 3D printing too. I have to stop the violence. They just hurt sissy animals. Get away from me and my family. 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 They're playing against death. I can't believe they're addicted to it. They're making their entire life about this. Everything they say and do, everything. See the worm god, he's sitting there going, he sees the future and he knows it happens. They torture me. Little surrogates, they do this to a lot of people, Chris. Not just you. They want your body parts. They want you as a surrogate on Earth too. They keep saying, "Well, we're going to wake him up, but it's not going to be him." All the feds have to do body. And shit, Chris did. It's like his intellectual property. They're so irritated you don't accept their death. They're doing it anyways now. Well, they tried to get you this way. They didn't want you to have it from the get go. They don't like to see people succeed. They think it's a product of this society, surrogate making. People in this society have to compete in order to survive. We have to compete with employment in this economy. When a person fails or dies, someone else gains or leaves a niche that can be filled. You know, that's where they're coming from. That's where all this pettiness is coming from. I don't believe it, but it's true about every one of these people. These societies are fucked. I'm telling you, Chris. We got big government over here doing their thing. Chris, just lay down, guy. You're not gonna die, idiot. Get off the phone. That. Look at God come down here and make the blood. He said, well, he's God Almighty. Not anymore. He said, well, I have a third. So now they're scared to death. Even Enoch. Stop driving my worms. Stop driving my worms. Get away from me and my family. 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 They're high, whether on substances or digital devices. They can't stop doing the same thing over and over again, which is torture you to death and control your afterlife. Go for a walk, Chris. Don't get up. I think you're doing something. This preservation specialist just ran. They can't see you up here. All this evidence they're gaining, they can't see your face. They can't see what you're doing. They see through your eyes and they see your thoughts. This changes things. Him making videos, that's why he does it. First, we thought we'd let him get away with it. Now this seems like justice. At least it partially is. They quit doing Scientology on people. That's for sure. Surrogate making. Now the government's going to give them a certain group of people, like prisoners. They're going to let them have the jails, not for nonviolent crimes. So you're going to let a violent person be controlled sometimes by these people. Even they got rights. Driving your sister's worms. Get off and get away from me and my family. That works. Now they're seeing the true story of it. It's about psychology. Everything's on Facebook. Yes, we do. One person's seen it, so we've all seen it. This guy has like two or three thought patterns. One's violence and another's body snatching. That's all he does. That's his psychological condition. He needs a different environment for a while. Let him down in heaven. Let him go in the third. Well, this is Scientology. They think they're going to get away with it. That's what the Fed said, and they're laughing. See it. Let's see this son of a bitch fall right out of the sky. Get away from me and my family. Stop driving my worms. Stop driving my worms. He thinks I'm going to stop. Get away from me. That's a lie. Get away from me. There's no excuse for this. Get away from me. That's Jeff. He thinks he's CIA. Not even the CIA can do this, man. Weapons of mass destruction. Big time. He drops parasites to everybody, especially in the upper dimensions. Everywhere he goes, he hurts everybody around me in the upper dimensions. Harvest body parts. You and your family and your community. Get away from me. Get away from me. Showing the feds is a very different thing. It's all CGI shit, and they can tell. If it's not coming from this house, I don't want it. I'm going to attempt to get you murdered. Wait till these worms take off. Guess you need to come kill some worms. Come on. Yes. She is. Can we have one come out? 'Cause the hospitals think she's crazy. Get away from me. Get away from me and my family. 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 The Fed said he can't. That's a lie. Get away from me and my family. Get away from me and my family. Get away from me and my family. Come from up here, all they can stop him from moving. I'm about to rip out worm guts and intestines. Get away from me and my family. They think when I stop this video, they're going to come back. Say, yeah, no, get away from me and my family. 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 I'm going to post this and